Welcome everyone to my review of IDW Sonic issue 34 and the second part of Chao Races and Badnik Bases. Before I begin with the recap, I will be placing Omega level spoilers here because of a recent revelation that appeared in the comic continuity. You have been warned. In order to fix E123 Omega, our group of heroes split up into two teams. Sonic and Tails went to an old Eggman base near Windmill Village to get a cipher to decode the blueprints. But it turns out, they're not alone. Amy, Rouge, Cream, Cheese, and Gemerald head over to the White Park Chao races to participate in them. It's the only means to make contact with racing champion Clutch, a dealer who's amassed a bunch of Eggman tech, which may include the parts needed to fix Omega. At a secret meeting in his penthouse, Clutch offered Rouge anything she wants, as long as Cheese wins the race. The catch is, he also wants Cheese. To complicate things further, there's a mysterious hooded figure at the races that's been following Rouge and has confronted her outside of the penthouse. Shadow, who's at White Park to find Clutch, encountered the figure, who supposedly kidnapped Rouge. After a display of high jumping and speed, the figure took out Shadow with a display of strength. In the aftermath of the encounter, Shadow emerges from the frozen water. He may have lost the hooded figure, but he managed to snag the precise location of Clutch's stash off of them. He did rip something from them near the end of the last issue. That slip of paper looks an awful lot like the one Clutch gave Rouge earlier. Why would the hooded figure have this? The next morning, Amy's group is having breakfast at the hotel. I wonder if it's complimentary. Cream is worried that Rouge didn't return last night. Those worries end when Rouge appears no worse for wear, and stealing some of Amy's breakfast sundae. Rude. She claims to have been scoping out the rich guests in order to steal their stuff later. Right. They soon get the announcement that the race will start soon, so they head over to the tracks. Shadow watches them leave and heads over to Clutch's penthouse. He believes Clutch is a lead to Eggman's whereabouts. Still on the hunt for the doctor, I see. Instead of finding something helpful, he spots a cage, and what's inside is enough to disgust even him. That's interrupted by the familiar voice of Omega, mentioning something about a code word. Meanwhile, Cheese is going through the challenges until they've reached the final race that will determine who will enter the semifinals. The Shadow Chao tries everything to stop Cheese from winning, even attempting to force them into the water again. This time, it doesn't work, and Cheese wins. Rouge wants to take them for some first aid, but the others don't trust her. Rouge spills the beans about the deal with Clutch, and Amy insists that they all go to complete it, minus the part about trading in Cheese. They enter Clutch's penthouse, and he's a little surprised about the extra company. He's still willing to finish the deal though. As he inspects his future prize, Rouge says a phrase that's obviously the code word mentioned earlier. Nothing happens. Besides, Clutch isn't fooled for a minute. What does work is Shadow kicking the guy in the head. Omega approves. Before Shadow takes off, he points the others in the direction of the cage. A cage full of Chao, including the Shadow Chao. Suddenly, their behavior makes sense. Chao that don't perform well in Clutch's eyes are placed inside. Well, things seem to be wrapped up. Clutch is out of commission, they're gonna free the Chao, and Rouge heads out, saying she'll call in Tails to pick out what he needs to fix Omega. Yep, nothing strange going on with her. Heading over to the Eggman base, Sonic is bored out of his mind while Tails is trying to break Eggman's adaptive firewall. It's taking a lot of concentration to remain undetected. All of this is being watched by that mysterious figure from earlier, hidden among the rubble. The figure won't remain hidden for long as Sonic's bored antics accidentally exposes them. And it's a female puppet robot made of wood. Right away, Sonic thinks she's a Badnik and attacks. The wooden robot does an impressive job dodging his attacks, while saying she doesn't know how to fight. Although she accidentally kicked Sonic in the face when he stomped on her tail. There's definitely no strings holding her down. Thankfully, Tails breaks it up before Sonic goes for the spin dash. The two-tailed fox is amazed at her construction, and wants to know who built her. Belle, as she's called, admits she's looking for her creator, and says it's not Eggman. So why is she in this base? That'll have to wait as Tails was so distracted by Belle he forgot about the firewall. Not only does the base alarm sound off, the badniks reactivate. The issue ends with the trio surrounded by beats and egg keepers. Well, Sonic, I hope you're no longer bored. Before we tackle the darker side of the Chao races, I do want to acknowledge how well certain aspects translate between the games and the comics, including the food that helps with attributes, and how the courses are laid out. Still trying to figure out why the Dark Chao here resembles Shadow. In all seriousness, based on what people have told me, and from what I've read online, in Sonic Adventure 2, one has to feed a Chao fruit, give them the green drives, also known as the run drives, and pet it with a dark character. Yosh. There's more to it than that, but that's the basic idea. Applying this to the comic universe, feeding them the fruit shouldn't be an issue, and with the amount junk Clutch owns, green drives, or that world's equivalent, would be easy to get. As for Clutch himself, yeah, he seems pretty dark. I mean, keeping all of those loser Chao locked up in a cage? Because this is an all-age comic, that's all we see, thankfully. I don't want to imagine what else he does with those caged Chao. Shadow knocking the guy out because of this act shows that even he has a soft spot for the creatures. At least it's something else besides him being a Vegeta clone. Clutch deserves what was coming to him. And are those Mario coins underneath his shoes? This part of the plot wrapped up a little too easy. Amy's group has access to what they need for Omega, and they're going to free the caged Chao. Now there's still the matter of the hooded figure with all those nifty powers. Perhaps if Sonic and Tails join in, they can take down whoever this is. The question remains, why would the hooded figure be interested in a room full of Eggman tech? Who could benefit from this? You don't think this person could be... It's Dr. Starline, it has to be, and here's why. In the second issue of the Bad Guys miniseries, Starline got his hands on some power cores, the very ones from Sonic Heroes, and fashioned one of each type into a new core, the Tri-Core, allowing him to stand toe-to-toe with the heroes by moving fast, jumping high, and increasing his strength. He would also need supplies for whatever plans he has, and all of that tech Clutch is hoarding looks promising. Then there's Rouge. To explain her behavior, Starline kidnapped her, hypnotized her with his glove, yeah, he has that feature now, and set her loose to secure the stuff for him. So it seems the true villain of this arc appears to be... Ugh, what happened? Why is my head spinning? What was I saying? Badnik? Oh, the Eggman base full of badniks from Final Egg. Is Evan Stanley a fan of that level? I can finally talk about the new mysterious character from last issue. Belle, a wooden robot in the form of a marionette. I assume there are wires inside the wooden casing that allows her to move. While her design is animal-like, it does not match any known animal species. Just a generic cartoon animal thing with a tail and a red nose. Kinda like the Warners from Animaniacs, only more orange. She's currently looking for her creator, or rather her dad, as she almost blurted out. Based on her outfit, her non-violent nature, despite accidentally kicking Sonic in the face, and being near Windmill Village, I think we all know who built her. Even the name Belle should clue you in. If that's the case, sorry Belle, I'm afraid your father, at least in the way you see him, is gone for good. There's still 2 more issues in this arc, and based on future solicitations, the 2 plot threads are about to meet up. Let's hope Sonic, Tails, and Belle, once they escape from the base, provide the extra help needed to deal with the hooded figure. I'll see you in issue 35. Belle has a good reason to be afraid of Sonic's spin dash. She saw that Melina fatality video.